Welcome to God Power Live, where the original woman comes to connect with her lightness and refine her emotions so she can end the inner war and do the work that only she can do with her purpose. Hi. Oh, is it? Okay, so I'm going to be live for about 15 minutes. Can you wait 15 minutes? I appreciate that. You can? You cannot. Okay, so just know I'm going to be live for 15 minutes, okay? All right. So, welcome again. So what's happening here is I share an office, like it's an office building, and there are multiple offices, and there's multiple floors. And on the fifth floor, where I normally am to be, there's a private event. So all of us have been displaced, if you will, just for the day. And so I'm down in this big old conference room. He's going to be joining us for some time, and I'll show TikTok. You see, we're in this big old conference room. But when I'm live for most other days, I'll be in my designated place. Okay. So, pardon my little. When I did that, I sort of. All right, there we go. So today, I'm going to keep myself succinct today because I have a lot going on after I leave here today. So I'm preserving my energy. So today's topic is what won't let you go. What won't let you go, and the power to move on that. So I'd like for you to answer that question yourself first before we go on. And first, let me also give a thank you to be back. I've been gone for has it been a week? Yeah, I'm really glad to be back. And so, hello. Breathe into that. So what won't let you go? Today's topic, I'm specifically talking to the original woman. I'm going to be alternating. Anyway, I'll just let the content speak for itself. And let me be mindful too, since we're going to be chopping this up, etc., etc. It's telling me to check my internet connection over here. So answer this for yourself. What won't let you go? Let's start there. What won't let you go? What has been at different degrees of beating at your door for the last 20 years? What have you tried to distract yourself from? What have you tried to eat away? What have you tried to engage in that feels more manageable, more doable, because the real thing feels like too much? What is the thing? This is what I'm talking about when I say what won't let you go. So I'll speak for myself. For a long time, so I'm a former business coach. Okay? I'm a former business coach. And business coaching was very easy for me because in business, you're working with numbers at the end of the day. You can track it, you can manage it, it's known, it can be measured, it's safe, if you will. And I found success there until I didn't. And what started to happen was that those of us who are growth oriented, we're always looking at what's next, right? And I was looking at what's next, and I saw what was next, and it terrified me. It was this work that I'm doing now. So we're talking 2017, okay? And even prior to then, thank you for those hearts. Hello, hello. Thank you for those hearts. Even prior to then, there were whispers of this power of the original woman. Obviously, it's in my DNA. It's been here all along and it's spoken at different degrees throughout my life. And when I really started to inquire with sincerity, right, because it knows, when I started to inquire with sincerity, answers revealed themselves. And So when I saw what was next and was terrified of it, I started to run. I started to look for something else. No, not that. No, no, not, no, I can't do that. I can't. So I started doing other things, smaller projects that were more manageable, that felt, I can do this. This I sort of get. Like, this is familiar, comfortable. It's just not too far out of what I know. It's within my wheelhouse of what I can do. And in that, an inner festering, like start to create my own. Really an extension of the war, the inner war that so many of us deal with, and going off and like, let me go travel, and let me go, do this, and let me go into this project, and let me go, and thinking that I could do that, thinking that that actually would work. Yeah. See, because when it's really not for you, that stuff works. You can go have a baby and forget all about it. Go have three babies, forget all about it. And it sort of comes in and out of your mind maybe once a decade or once a year, but not. You can go do something spectacular and wonderful and fun, and that's enough. You could just go do something, and that's enough. But then there's the other thing that just won't let you go. You wrestle with it, you try to make it make sense, you try to make it look more palatable, you sit and you journal about it, you try to go talk about it with somebody, but you don't really talk about it directly because you're scared to deal with it directly. You let me speak for myself. um, I would try to do something that gave me a thrill to try to replace the actual thing I was meant to be doing. Thank you for those hearts. Hello, hello. What else did I do? I, got myself high on travel. Oof, that's fun. Uh, what else did I do? You know, Started another branch of the company to, well, I can make money like this. Let me do this over here. This is more. And on and on and on. I could go. I have endless stories. And eventually it got to the point where I couldn't take care of myself. Anybody relate? Your own version of that? You might call it dark night of the soul. You might call it a really dark place. You might call it um, what fill in the blank, depression, hair falling out, lose your appetite, or get fat, or gain weight because you're trying to eat it away. And this is what it looks like when they won't let you go. So where's the power to move then? Like, what's really going? Okay, so here's the time with my limited time I have left. This is where I bring it back to the original woman. So I'm going to be talking a whole lot more about this in the coming weeks, a whole lot more, as I realize that because I am it, like the itness has difficulty seeing itself until something reflects back, right? Like you don't know about yourself, you just are until somebody says something to you about yourself. Same thing with me, okay? And so I didn't even realize, I realize now more than ever that there's nuances about our ways of being and the ways for us to come out that nobody is talking about. Nobody's talking about. And the only woman who can talk about it is the original woman who's sincere on her path to being out. This is not something you can fake. There's a true sincerity and an honesty and an alignment that's required. Okay? So this power to move, when you're, in many ways, your original system is very foreign. It being activated on and being lived out in the world is very foreign to you. And to the human mind, anything that's foreign is a no, right? If you're going to go to another country, a country you've never been to, if you're going to embark on a career you've never experienced, you're going to get to know somebody you don't know. Anything you're going to do that feels foreign can sometimes feel like a threat. it can sometimes feel dangerous. It's unknown. So it's only natural that you're going to have caution as you approach. Now, we're talking about you having caution as you approach yourself. So it's no wonder, and it's why such deep empathy is required when we start looking at coming home to the power of our original system. It's radically foreign to our lived experience today. Radically foreign. So later today, actually, I'm going to be launching God Power Live. You guys have heard of God Power Live, but it's going to be very different, very catered to the original woman. Thank you for all those hearts. It's going to be very catered to this nuanced, what I just mentioned, and the fine specifics. Because as you all are experiencing and you're witnessing, that we're either, as Rachel says, another original woman, that she's like molasses, just like not really going anywhere, even though she's this profound, bountiful thing. Or you're right on the edge, but there's just a way that you just don't go. Or, like Kuma says, she's already speaking, keynoting on stages around the world. And still, there's a way that she's not out, that she still is playing small, and she knows it. Okay? And so, the nuances that are required for us to move. Like, I'm so thrilled about this. This is next level. This is like a whole new world, a whole new world, a whole new world. So the God Power Live that's going to be launching later today is really for financially accomplished women, the original woman, who's really ready to end the inner war, okay, and come out and do what she came here for. Again, for financially successful, the original woman who's ready to end the inner war and come out and do what she came here for and be great. Be great, be great, be great. So I'm going to be here at 12 p.m. Pacific for the rest of this week. You notice I'm trying different times. So for the rest of this week, I'm going to be here live, God Power Live, at 12 p.m. Pacific. So I look forward to being back here with you tomorrow to talk in more nuance about all the layers of what I've begun to discuss here today. So I'll see you tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific.